Hello everyone and welcome back to Conquest, where today we are preparing to surround Planetary Launch Terminal completely. Plan for today is there are these two sectors right here, 177 and 178, and then we've got 96 right here. And once we have that, Planetary Launch Terminal is completely surrounded by these 6 sectors. Now, I have a plan for these 6 sectors, and that will happen in the next video, because for now, we need to make sure that these sectors are surrounded themselves, so then we can actually make it seem like a war front. Okay, so we got a low, a medium, and a high threat. Really don't know what I'm going to do, so I'm thinking for 177, we just launch over there with maybe a medium core and nothing else, and we just kind of use what's in the sector. You know, no launch, no exports hub, no launch pads, no nothing. Just use locally sourced resources. It's been a long time since I've done that, and we are also getting very dangerously close to 10,000 subs. I think we all know what's going to happen when we get to 10,000. So I'm going to have to prepare for that. So let's go do this low, and then if that's easy, we might as well try the medium as well. But for the high threat, I have something else planned. All right, let's go get this low threat first. I don't think it's going to be that difficult because it is just a low threat. But then again, if there's literally only copper and lead, then it might be a little bit difficult. We shall see. You know what, fellas? I think this is going to be pretty easy. All right, well, while I'm mining this copper by hand, let's go take a look at the sector. Okay. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at it. The real question is there black sand here? Oh, there is. It is possible. I saw a comment a while ago that said it might not be possible to get black sand and thermal, but it is, because it's right here. We literally have everything in this sector except for thorium.
On the verge of greatness. We were this close.
And there's also even pits of oil. Dude, this is great. Man, I might even have to give this one in the 9s because it's just great. And what's my... Bro, mine some copper, man. What are you doing? All right, well, anyway, we got 20 waves to deal with, and we got ample time to prepare for it. So let's try to get some drills down as soon as possible here. Oh, and look at this. We have to use the old conveyors. Ugh. Man, imagine doing Sector 24 with this. Holy. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's try to get some lead now. Okay, so there we go. That's that. Let's try to get a graphite press going here real quick. Okay, that should do. There we go. I got some graphite. If we could actually route resources properly. Okay, basic 3 are done. Nice. Once we have enough graphite, we can grab some titanium, and then we don't have to use these garbage belts anymore. And I think now would be a good time to go look for the drop zone. I am also going to try to use this, but unfortunately, for thermal power, you need kind of a lot of resources. So we're going to have to work our way up towards that. But anyways, here's a drop zone down here. It's right by the oil pit, and there's probably only one, unless there's one hiding over here. There is not. Okay, let's grab some titanium next. Not a lot available, unfortunately. Next up, I think we should try to get some silicon. Gonna use the old standard zipper setup, you know how it is. All right, so there we go. We ramped up our graphite production. The enemies look like they're going left, which is very good. At least until we have enough to get thermal power, in which case it's going to be very bad. I think I'm gonna have to just slap down a good old duo over here. It's already here. This is bad. Okay, you know what? That did not work out as well as I hoped it would. Let's try to grab silicon before this wave gets here. All right, so there's some silicon. Unfortunately, there's no power. And we need to figure out how we're going to get power over here. And I think we're just going to use this and that. Good old combustion. And it looks like the enemy has gotten to the core. Our duo has been destroyed. We should probably shoot him. Okay, yeah, we need to get some better defenses. Hopefully that should defend the core for a little bit while I'm working on other resource production. That should store us enough power to get silicon. Look at that, it's beautiful. All right, and I'm also going to use titanium because we have gotten so much of it. Might as well use it. All right, there we go, that's silicon done, and this factory looks like it's doing pretty well. I think we're running out of coal though. Yeah, we are, but not really much I can do about that. All right, next up on the list I think is glass. Somehow still positive on power, which is very surprising. But we also have glass now. Yeah, copper's kind of a problem. It always is in the early game. You always just need so much more than you have access to. All right, there we go. Glass is coming in, and that means we now have access to thermal power. Let's try to place these in a place we're going to get the most thermal output. Here, here, and here looks like pretty good places to start. Maybe here and here as well, just so we have everything connected together nicely. Really? Did it go? I bet it went around. Yeah, it did. Okay, so we gotta go wall this off now. Okay, this is gonna take a long time to build, so hopefully they'll go up. They do, and then we can put our defense up here. Of course, the issue is I don't know what to use for our defense. Could use some ripple. We could reroute some silicon. That could work. We could make some pyrite as well. That's pretty cheap to make in the early game, I believe. Boom. All right, power to the core, baby. You know what? Actually, why don't we just use Lancer? We have the power for it. Thank you, Thermal. I really appreciate it. All right, so they're going to tear right through this wall, and there's nothing I can really do about it. But we can just slap down a bunch of arc over here. They'll just kind of destroy these guys in the meantime. Yep, thank you for that, arc. I do appreciate it. Okay. Also, we need to get some more titanium. Wow! All right, titanium has been acquired. Nice. Also, we're out of lead. Maybe we should upgrade the drills. I think we're good. Okay. All the resources have been upgraded. Copper, don't really care. We have enough graphite. We don't need to worry about it. Let's get this wall built out. Okay, so I think I'm going to line the outside with arc, and then I'm going to put, like, maybe 6 lancers like this. Maybe 8, so they'll just shoot straight down. Of course, we also need some menders, so let's just throw down like a bajillion of these little ones and a couple big ones up here. Power the whole thing, and I think that'll be good. Now we just have to actually build it. Yep, this looks like a highly effective defense. Yep, that's because arc is very good. And here's the final wave. Yep, this wasn't too bad, although it was a low threat with a lot of resources on it, so you can kind of expect greatness, you know. And sector captured. Very nice. All right, next up, I think we're going to go for 178 just to get this circle done, and then we'll go for the high threat of 96 right afterwards. Now, 178, I think I'm just going to do the exact same thing I did there, launch in with nothing, work my way all the way up, and it'll be a medium threat this time, so hopefully it'll be a little harder. Okay, this sector has me very, very worried. Mostly because there's water that heads right up to my core. Oh no, that's not good. That means boats. We're gonna have to deal with boats. Okay, I think first order of business, let's wall the core off. Let's get a sector review in real quick while I'm building. Basically got everything. Got oil, no spores though, and no thermal, unfortunately. But other than that, it's a fairly decent sector, and it's very good for me, because I've got a lot of stuff to work with. Okay, let's continue mining, and I'm going to go into free cam and plan out copper and lead. Okay, so there's that. That looks like a pretty good plan, and we have 800 copper. We should be able to get almost all of this done. Oh, and that build speed, it's so beautiful. Look at that. Okay, that was enough, that was enough. Okay, perfect. Another thing I did just notice, we got coal right by the core. I haven't even found the drop zone yet. Oh my god, I didn't see that. Look at all that oil, dude. Make a Plastinium Empire over here. Is it in the water? What the? There was stuff there. I'm going to try to take this guy out with my core drone. That did not work. Yeah, I forget. Boats are very strong, which is why I'm worried. Okay, we're getting a little bit of titanium, but it's not a lot. And he got cooked to death. Okay, perfect. We didn't even take any core damage either. Nice. Okay, there we go. That's all upgraded as well. Okay, so titanium is now no longer a problem. Let's grab our silicon real quick. And that should be silicon 3. Silicon factories completely maxed out on production. Okay, very good. Let's get this over to the core as well. We are running out of space over here. We're going to have to do some rerouting. The guy got blown up by that scorch. You know, it is kind of funny that the scorch, you know, the fire flamethrower, destroys things that are sitting in water. Just like put yourself out. All right, so there's our silicon done. Now I think we should also start grabbing some glass. All right, it's wave 7 and we can finally upgrade our walls because we have a lot of titanium and not a lot of uses for it. Another thing that we need to do, we need to get some power. How are we gonna do that? Well, I have a genius idea. Good old-fashioned steam turbines because we got a lot of water and we got oil. We are spilling oil on the floor. Not good. As much water in as we can. Oh, it looks like we're actually powering stuff. Oh, yeah, hold on. I may or may not have accidentally just turned it on, but it actually worked out in our favor because now it's working beautifully. Okay, well, there we go. And there we go. Power is online. Although it's not very efficient at the moment because we're not making very much stuff. So I think our first order of business now is to upgrade the graphite setup. I hope that's enough coal. For graphite? Yeah, we also need to upgrade the graphite line because holy, we're going to be making a lot. Oh, we're under attack again. Lovely. What now? Oh my god, there's so many. Jeez. I think we're going to need a couple extra turrets over here. Lancer! Yes, very nice. I think we're good. Okay, all the good resources we need are acquired at a very high amount, minus titanium. We should grab that next. All right, there we go. We got titanium as well. Okay, all the basic resources are done. Fortunately, not much else we could get here. We could get plastanium because we have a lot of oil. I think that is a good idea, and we should definitely do it. But first, we need to up our defenses. Okay, so now the boats are going to have to go a specific way, also known as right here. We can cut this off when we have a capability to do so. But first, I think let's grab some plastanium because we can use that as ammo, and we can use that as walls. Wait, we lost 149? What? Yeah, that said it was gonna survive. Oh, whatever, dude. That's like the third time I've lost that. Ugh. And there we have plastanium. All right, let's get to the core now. All right, I'm also going to line up the conveyors with some walls now. That's probably a good idea. Haven't been doing that. And here comes our plastanium. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, look at that. All right, and once we have that plastanium, we can also route some off and use it as ammo, although I don't really know what I'm going to use. I could use Cyclone. These shoot plastanium. Yeah, let's do that. Wow, look at that. Cyclone without using Surge? Who am I? Let's build this defense. I doubt I'm even going to have enough time to get this done. Oh well, here we go. We're going for it anyway. Oh wait, do we want... We don't even want small menders, do we? We want pumps. Water-cooled plastanium defense. Yes, sir. Nice. Throw in these extra turrets. Get this sector over with. Start skipping through some waves. Here we go. Wave montage. Been a while since I've done one of those. And there you have it, folks. Sector captured. Alrighty, look at that. Now we have a perfect surrounding of Planetary Launch Terminal minus Sector 96, which we're going to go take out right now. Alright, so 96. We're going to do this a little differently because, I mean, I bet I could do the high threat, but also I saw a comment the other day that said do force fields only. Now, originally I thought that wouldn't be very interesting because it'd just be a bunch of force fields everywhere, but then I realized that's kind of how you did it in the older versions of Mindustry, because you had, I think there were like 1x1 force field walls, and those were really good. So we're going to recreate that, I think. Alrighty, we are going to be bringing this core as well. I've got the resources reset, and we are going to build the biggest force field wall you've ever seen. Oh boy. I am very happy I chose to not continue doing the challenge because there's not even titanium here, and it's a high threat sector. There is no boss wave, but still, there's literally nothing even here. Like, what is this? I mean, we got a bunch of scrap. We got all these like weird boxes that you see in Impact, but other than that, there is just barren, dude. It is barren. Alright, exports have been acquired. Let's find that drop zone. Looks like drop zone is up here. I'm just gonna do a wave and see what it is. You've got to be kidding me. Yeah, you know what? Let's just wall this off here, put it here, and then the air units are just gonna naturally go that way anyway. Alright, polys are being made. Looking good. Let's go grab some defenses now. So, drop zone's right here. Let's wall off this side right here. Alright, I think I'm also gonna use some good old-fashioned... Can't use those. Can't use these either. Forgot about the challenge, fellas. Hold on. Yeah, that was kind of stupid, wasn't it? Yeah, okay, nice one, me. Just build a bunch of walls. Your challenge is no walls, force fields only. What are you doing? Oh my god, you think this is enough? And that is 5,000 power. Right! Okay! I think this calls for some drastic action. Blast compound is in our core, and we are going to use it. Look at this. I'm literally having to bring water from the bottom of the map, dude. Like, look at this. Water's over here. We have to bring it all the way to the core, man. Just to use some force fields, huh? And we slap a router down right there. Okay, yeah, that should be all of them. Jeez. Okay, well that should be enough power. Hopefully, that's like 60k right now, and that's going to go up to probably like 90. Okay, good enough for me. Let's get power up here so we can power these force fields. Okay, yep, that looks like a pretty impenetrable force field. Nice. Okay, now let's set up the actual defense over here. Yeah, let's see. We need to make quote-unquote walls. So let's do that. Looks like a pretty solid wall to me. All right, now let's throw some menders down in here. There's like a line right here and it's bothering me and I don't like it. Hold on. Put it there. Yeah, fixed it. Okay. Boom, look at that. Spector, what do they take? Graphite, thorium, or pyrite? Thorium it is. Hey, look, we can take it straight from the RTG. This won't have any negative consequences, I'm sure of it. Nice, all right. Go away, thank you. You know what, we might as well put out some extra force fields just because, you know, this is the force field challenge, you know. You gotta use force fields. Or no, we're gonna force field the entire conveyor belt too. Just because we can. I think we also need some down here just to make it, you know, look cool. I just had a terrible idea. And we have to do it. Spirit of the challenge, baby. Okay. Well, as you can see, it's been a few waves. Remember when I said that I was going to do something stupid? Yeah, well, I kind of just, you know, I took the challenge a little too seriously, and now every single buildable space minus the enemy drop zone and this lake over here is completely force field. I do not think this is what was meant by force field only challenge, but this is what we got. There are now force fields literally everywhere, and there is nothing you can do about it. Now, of course, this is taking an absurd amount of power. We have 6 impact reactors running out with full 150% boost, and we have dropped down to 26,000 reserve power. Yikes! There is literally no places on this map that are not touched by force fields. And I will make sure of that, especially when the waves are done, which we are now going to speed through so I can finish placing force fields everywhere. Ah yes, the final wave upon force field land. Once this is done, the force field project will be completed. Sector has been captured, but not by force fields just yet. And there we have it. Every single buildable space in this sector has been covered by a force field. Very nice. And with that, I take my leave. I will be sitting here in force field land, covered by a force field, no matter where I go. Goodbye.